उल्लाङ्घायते गिरिं यत्कृपातमहं वन्दे श्रीगुरुं दीनतारिणं। नमो विष्णुपादाय श्रीगौरप्रियमूर्तये श्रीमते भक्तिवल्लभतीर्थगोस्वामिनामिने। कृपया क्षमतामपराधिजनं खलुषायुतशक्तसुदीननरं सुपथे परिचालय सर्वदिनं। प्रणमामि च माधव देवपदम्। वाञ्छाकल्पतरुभ्यश्च कृपासिन्धुभ्य एव च पतितानां पावनेभ्यो वैष्णवेभ्यो नमो नमः। नमो महावदान्याय कृष्णप्रेमप्रदायते कृष्णाय कृष्णचैतन्यनाम्ने गौरत्विषे नमः। तप्तकाञ्चन गौराङ्गी राधे वृन्दावनेश्वरी वृषभानुसुते देवी प्रणमामि हरिप्रिये। हे कृष्ण करुणा सिन्धु दीनबन्धो जगत्पते गोपेश गोपिकान्त राधाकान्त नमोऽस्तुते। श्रीकृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत गदाधर श्रीवासादि गौरभक्तवृंद। हरे कृष्णा 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 हरे हरे, हरे राम 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 हरे हरे। नारायणं नमस्कृत्य नरं चैव नरोत्तमं देवीं सरस्वतीं व्यासं ततो जयमुदीरयेत्। So yesterday we started the holy biography of Ambarish Maharaj. When Parikshit Maharaj asked Sukadeva Goswami that I want to hear elaborately about Ambarish Maharaj, upon whom even Brahma Shapa, the curse of a Brahmana, could not touch him. Even though the Brahma Shapa, the curse of a Brahmana, is irrefutable and irreversible, but still, it could not touch Ambarish Maharaj. I want to know about his life in detail. Then Sukadeva Goswami started to mention that Ambarish Maharaj is a very, very fortunate person, greatly fortunate person, because he had got all the wealth of entire earth planet. He was the ruler of the entire earth and he had lot of opulence. But the fortune is that even though he got a wealth that is not ordinarily possible for any person so easily, even though he got so much wealth, still he saw all of it as very insignificant, just like a dream. He did not give any attention to that particular money. Therefore, he is greatly fortunate. Why did he think it to be so insignificant? Because they are all temporary. And also, due to this attachment to this, people are getting enamored in the material world. Therefore, he saw this as very, very insignificant. And because he was having the prema bhakti of Vasudeva, Supreme Lord Sri Krishna, he was always engaged in devotion. Thus, he saw entire earth planet and the possessions that he has as a lump of mud, no more than that. How did he perform devotion? We heard that in the first place he engaged his mind at the lotus feet of Supreme Lord Sri Krishna, and all the sense organs, 5 working sense organs and 5 knowledge acquiring sense organs, total 10 sense organs plus mind, 11. All the 11 are engaged in the service of the Supreme Lord. When the mind is engaged, then everything, all other sense organs will automatically fall in the place. Now, how he has engaged, we will go through the purport by Sri Vishwanath Chakravarti Thakur. We read the translation of it yesterday, but when we go through the purport by Sri Vishwanath Chakravarti Thakur, we will hear how he engaged each of his sense organs. Tahar premer sadhan bhakti jog bolitechen. And how was his sadhana bhakti? How was his prema sadhana bhakti? Means he has engaged in devotional service through love, with love. He has got love or attachment to Supreme Lord, and thus he engaged all his sense organs. How? मन प्रभृति के चकार नियुक्त करियाছিলেন इहार सहित अन्वय अर्थात राज्य निज पुरुष गणेर न्याय मन प्रभृति केउ जेखाने जेखाने तिनी नियुक्त करियाছিলেন सेखाने सेखानेई ताहारा ताहार आज्ञा शिरोधार्य करिया अवस्थान करियाছিল এইরূপ असाधारण সেই महाराजेर साम्राज्य এই भाव. Vishwanath Chakravarti Thakur says that he has engaged his mind. He has engaged his mind means now the king dictates his subjects, his ministers and everyone else according to his mind. He dictates everyone, do this, do this, do this. But because his mind is engaged in the service of Supreme Lord Sri Krishna, therefore his order carriers, the ministers, other subjects in that kingdom, they also engaged in the service of Supreme Lord. Because however the Lord or the king orders, in that way the subjects are supposed to follow. Because he himself is engaged in the service of the Lord, wherever he ruled or to whomever he had ordered, all of them they engaged in the service of the Supreme Lord only. That was such a Asadharan Maharajer Samrajya. That was not an ordinary kingdom that Ambarish Maharaj ruled. He ruled a kingdom which is full of devotion. It's a devotional rule he has made because everyone were equally committed to devotion. Shruting श्रवणेन्द्रिय के अच्युत अर्थात श्री विष्णु ओ ताहार भक्तजनेर कथार उत्कर्षे नियुक्त करियाছিলেন. And he engaged his ears to hear the pastimes and the qualities of Supreme Lord as well as his devotees. Hearing the pastimes or the activities of the devotees is very, very purifying, very inspirational for the sadhakas, for those who are for the practitioners. It is very, very essential to go through the holy biographies of the devotees. Because Lord has come, he performed some pastimes with his own associates and he gave some instructions and then he left. He gave instructions for the welfare of everyone and then he left the planet. Whereas the devotees, they execute properly the instructions given by Supreme Lord by staying in various kinds of turbulent and very, very challenging circumstances. Therefore, the life sketch of the devotees is very, very inspirational for the sadhakas, those who want to make progress in devotion. How to execute this particular order, how to carry out this particular order of Supreme Lord under these conditions. I am sick, I am ill, I have so many problems. How can I do this? The pure devotees, they perform. Whenever devotees used to come, they tell to Guru Maharaj that, in our house there is a big problem. My father is not accepting Krishna consciousness. My mother is not accepting Krishna consciousness. And some Indian women, they used to tell that my mother-in-law is very bad. She is giving so much torture to me. She is giving so much trouble to me. How can I do bhajan? Then, the first thing that Guru Maharaj used to ask was that, have you gone through the biography of Prahlad Maharaj? This is the first thing he would ask. His own father, he troubled him so much. He tested him in many, many ways. But still he did not give up his bhajan. Is your mother-in-law giving as much trouble as Hiranyakashipu gave to Prahlad? Is she throwing you from top of a hill? Is she giving you, poison? Or is she, beating you with whips? Does she do all these things? No. Then, you see how Prahlad has performed Hari Bhajan. Even in the middle of so many, tribulations. Actually, we want a reason not to perform bhajan. Very simple. And therefore, we find so many excuses. We have innumerable excuses. To perform bhajan, we have no good reason. But to not perform bhajan, we have infinite reasons, excuses. Very recently, I said one person, I still remember that. He told, to do a particular thing, you should have one good reason for it. Because you will find infinite excuses to not do it. Any good activity, to not do it, you will have so many excuses. Because mind is a master of giving excuses. When it comes to sense enjoyment, he is a master in trying to inspire you to a sense enjoyment. But when it comes to devotional action, mind is the first one who is best at giving excuses not to do it. No, you are sick. If your health is, your health improves, then you can do more bhajan. Now, if you trouble so much, if you give so much trouble to your body now, then it's difficult. So, take rest, sleep, all these things, mind will give all the excuses. But to perform Hari Bhajan, it's not supporting. So here, if we go through the holy biographies of Prahlad Maharaj, Ambarish Maharaj also, then we will get inspiration that even standing under such challenging or tough situations, how they have performed bhajan. So here he is telling that he engaged his ears to listen the glories, the pastimes, and the qualities of the Supreme Lord as well as the devotees. किंतु ज्ञान और कर्मादिर उत्कर्षे नहे यही अर्थ. But not for jnana. Oh, let me hear more so that I will get knowledge. Or for karma, let me engage my ears. There the topic is how to become materially rich, how to become a successful businessman. A symposium is going on. Let me go there. He is not engaging his ears to hear about how to become a great king, a great warrior, or to become a master of everyone. He is not engaging for karma, nor is to accumulate knowledge. So if I go there, I'll get some knowledge. No. He is engaging his ears in listening the pastimes of the devotees and the Supreme Lord. That is where the ears will have the actual benefit, or the actual existence of the ears is for that purpose. Otherwise, Srimad Bhagavat says that is just like the serpent hole, where the serpents stay. It's like a hole of the serpent. What do you call in English? Is there any word for it? Serpent hole? Is that the right word? Huh? You think so? Snake hole, yeah, snake hole. That is the word. Okay. So they are like the snake holes. Why? There is only poison entering. There is a place where only poison enters. What is that poison? Materialism, material thoughts. This is poison. So if we don't use this to hear about Supreme Lord, which is nectar, then this will be a source of poison only. Name and fame. I want to hear about my own honor and my own prestige, my own glories. So he did not engage his sense organs for that purpose. मुकुंद लिंगालय दर्शने मुकुंदेर लिंग बोलिते प्रतिमा एवं आलय अर्थात मंदिर मथुरादि नित्य सिद्ध धाम ओ वैष्णव दर्शने नेत्र जुगल के नियुक्त करियाछिलेन. He engaged his eyes to take darshan of Mukunda Lingalaya. Mukunda is Mukunda, Supreme Lord, the deliverer, the giver of liberation, and Linga means his Sri Murti, his deity form. Alaya means where his deity form is. That is the Lord's abode or the temple, or the pure devotees are the temples of the Supreme Lord. There is no better temple than pure devotees. Pure devotees are the moving temples. If we serve the pure devotees, then the Lord is automatically pleased. So he engaged his eyes to take darshan of the sadhus and darshan of the holy places where the Lord performs pastimes. Means, darshane pavitra karo ei tomar gun. Simply by darshan of a pure devotee, simply by the sight of a devotee, one is purified. This is the quality of a Vaishnava. Simply by darshan. Gangara parasha hoile paschate pavan. One will be purified by going all the way to Ganga and taking a dip in Ganga. But simply by the sight of a Vaishnava, one is purified. So, to see a Vaishnava is not an ordinary thing. Converse with him is even more better. But at least if we have got darshan of a pure devotee, our life would have become successful. Because our eyes, they have actually, they got perfected in what they are supposed to do. Eyes are supposed to see the actual thing, and that actual thing of sight or vision is pure devotees. The eyes will be, would have attained their perfection if they ever have got the sight of a pure devotee. So, eyes, he thus engaged in darshan of the devotees as well as the pastime places, Mathura, etc. Srimat Tulasyaha, Shri Bhagawaner Charan Kamaler Samparke, Srimati Tulasir Je Saurabh, Tahate Arthat Shri Bhagavat Charane Arpita Tulasir Gandhe Nasika ke Niyukta Koriyachilen ei artha. And he engaged his nose for smelling the beautiful tulsi leaves that are offered at the feet of Supreme Lord. He smelled, or he utilized his nose in order to smell the scent of the aroma of the tulsi that has been offered. That is why when we go to the temple, whatever garland or anything that is offered to the deity, we engage our nose in relishing the aroma that has, it has got the sweet aroma of the Lord's body, and the flower garland has got an opportunity to come in contact with him. So simply by smelling the particular scent of the flower garland is also one of the devotional limbs. Out of the 64 limbs of devotion, this is one. This is how he has engaged his sense organ, nose. ತದರ್ಪಿತೆ ಭಗವನ್ ನಿವೇದಿತೋ ಪ್ರಸಾದಾನ್ನೋ ಆಸ್ವಾದನೆ ಜಿಹ್ವಾಕೆ ನಿಯುಕ್ತ ಕೊರಿಯಾಚಿಲ್ಲ. And he engaged his tongue to relish the sweetness of the prasad that has been offered to Supreme Lord. What will happen by accepting prasad? By accepting Mahaprasad, this what you call tongue, our Bhaktivinoda Thakur writes, Sharira avidya jal. This sharir, this body is avidya jal. Avidya means ignorance, science. Avidya jal, it's a web, it's a net of avidya, ignorance. Jada indriya tahe kal, and we have got all the material senses. Whatever senses we have got, they are all material. Jive fele vishaya sagare. These material sense organs, what they do? Jive fele vishaya sagare. In the ocean of material world, these sense organs which are material, they drown him, they throw him, they hurl him down into that material ocean, the material sense organs. Tar madhye jihvati. Among these sense organs, the most strongest is jihva, tongue. Lobomaya sudurmati. This is full of greed. Full of greed. That stomach is full, but the tongue wants to taste this. Okay, no problem, I will not eat in the night, or I will take some medicine. Let me, tomorrow I will not get this item again, let me taste this. Because the greed of the tongue, that is the cause of our fall down in this material world. Lobamaya sudurmati. Sudurmati. Durmati, mati means good knowledge or intelligence. Durmati means bad. Sudurmati means extremely bad. Because of the greed, more and more I want to eat more. Take jeta katina sansare. In this material world, the most difficult thing to conquer is the tongue. Tongue is very, very difficult to conquer. As long as tongue is material, one cannot conquer this material world. With the material sense organs, and particularly with the greedy tongue, nobody can conquer this material world. But there is no cause of worry. Why? Krishna bada dayamoy. Krishna is very, very merciful. How? Swaprasad anna dilobai. He has very mercifully given his remnant prasad. He has given his remnants so that Seyannamrita pav. You please accept that annamrita, the nectar of that prasad. And what you should do? Radha Krishna Gunagao. And simultaneously you should also sing the glories of Radha Krishna. Tongue is the one that is counted in both the sense organs. Both means knowledge acquiring sense organ as well as the working sense organ. Out of all the sense organs we have, tongue is the only one that has two, that is counted in both, as knowledge acquiring as well as working. Knowledge acquiring, taste, he can taste the anything, that is knowledge. And by even if you close your eyes, I give you some sweet thing, oh, this is sugar syrup, you can tell. knowledge acquiring sense organ. Or, you close your eyes, I put chili in your mouth. Oh no, you know it very immediately that it's chili by the taste. And the other thing it can do is, as soon as I said chili, she already felt chili. Oh no, not chili in my mouth. Put the sweet, I'm okay, but not the chili in my mouth. So, and the other thing that the tongue can do is speech, working sense organ. And tongue can speak. So, you have to engage your tongue to taste Krishna Prasad and speak the glories of Supreme Lord. That is why Sayannamrita Pav accept the Prasad of the Supreme Lord and Radha Krishna Gunagao. Sing the glories of Radha Krishna. Premedako Chaitanya Nitai. With love, please shout the names of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu and Nityananda Prabhu. So here, Ambarish Maharaj had shown all of us how to engage our tongue, all the sense organs, tongue to eat Krishna Prasad. Hare Kshetram, Shri Harir Kshetra bolite, Mathuradi Dham o Anyatra Tahar Mandiradi Parjatane Padajugal ke Niyukta Koriyachilan. He engaged his legs, the working sense organs. He engaged his legs to, do the circumambulation of the holy places, to pass through Vrindavan, Mathura, Navadvip, etc. He engaged his legs in that particular service. Our Guru Maharaj used to say this. Every year we have got Navadvip Dham Parikrama. Every year. And in some mutts, they do Brajamandal Parikrama also every year. We do it once in 3 years. Once in 3 years we have Brajamandal Parikrama. Because earlier it used to be there, but slowly devotees they invited Param Guruji to different places. We want you to come and observe here so that local devotees will get benefited. So Param Gurudev had started, to perform Brajamandal Parikrama every 3rd year, and the other 2 years he would observe at various places, different cities, so that they will also get an opportunity. Everyone cannot leave their family and come to Brajamandal for 1 month. And also, if the sadhu stays at one place for 1 month, then local devotees will get an opportunity to hear his Harikatha one day or the other. They cannot take the trouble all the way to go to Vrindavan or to some other place to associate with the sadhu, but the sadhu is coming there, then they can get an opportunity. So in that manner, so this parikrama, and we are also doing Puri, parikrama of Puri, Jagannath Puri Dham. This parikrama, what is the meaning of parikrama? Parikrama means circumambulation. Our previous acharyas, they have given this, commandment that we should do Dham Parikrama. Why? Because we have been doing Parikrama of this material world from time immemorial. We are doing Parikrama only, from this to that body to this body, that body. We are doing Parikrama for eternal, from time immemorial. If you do Parikrama of Navadvip Dham, Vrindavan Dham, or Jagannath Puri Dham, then you will no longer have to do this parikrama of the 84 lakh species of this material world. So our previous acharyas, they have given us this opportunity to follow the sadhus, the footsteps of the sadhus, and perform Dham Parikrama. Engage your legs in performing the parikrama. Engage your ears simultaneously by hearing the chantings while performing parikrama. Engage the tongue in singing the kirtanas. Engage your eyes in seeing the various pastime places. Engage your nose by smelling the various flowers, or tulsi, or the or the, what do you call, the soil of Vrindavan. So in this way, all the sense organs, when we are doing parikrama, while performing kirtan, clapping, in this manner, all our sense organs are engaged in the service of Supreme Lord Sri Krishna by performing the circumambulation, the parikrama. So, here our Ambarish Maharaj, he engaged his legs to go to the pastime place of the Supreme Lord. Anusarpane bolite sei sthane punah punah gamane. Not like, oh, last time I visited, last year I have already seen. No, repeatedly he is going to the pastime places. Repeatedly. We are not feeling ashamed to come to this material world repeatedly. But to go and visit Vrindavan, oh, I have seen last year. You have seen the material world innumerable times, infinite times, but still you are wanting to come here, isn't it? We are conditioned every time we are coming in this material world. And to see the pastime place of the Supreme Lord, oh, I have seen it, no problem. To hear about Supreme Lord, to hear the glories of the devotees, oh, I have already heard. Dhruv Maharaj, I have already heard. Prahlad Maharaj, I have already heard. We will take some other new topic. No. You have to hear again and again, repeatedly. Are we not hearing our glories again and again? If one person is telling, oh, you are such a nice devotee, am I fulfilled? No, I want to hear from another person. I want to hear from another person. I just want to continue hearing about me from everyone. But when it comes to the hearing about the glories of Supreme Lord and the devotees, I have already heard. Because we have no attachment to the holy name and to the devotees. ऋषिकेशो पदाभिवंदने श्री हरिर चरण जुगलेर एवं भक्तगणेर चरण समूहेर प्रणाम कार्ये मस्तक के नियुक्त करियाछिलेन. And how did he engage his forehead? He engaged his forehead to bow down in front of the devotees and the Supreme Lord. At the lotus feet of the devotees and the Supreme Lord, he used his forehead. Means he bowed down in front of them. কামং চ দাস্যে, কাম বলিতে অভিলাষ, আমি শ্রীহরির দাস হইব এইরূপ কামনা করিয়াছিলেন, কিন্তু বিষয়ভোগের হইতে নাহি. And kamam, the desire, the lust, how he has engaged the lust or the desire? He engaged his desire that, oh, I want to become servant of the Lord. So this is also desire. So he desired to become the servant of Supreme Lord, not a desire to enjoy. The desire is there, desire principle is there in all of us. But how do we want to engage it, where we want to engage it is very important. He engaged his desire to become a servant of the Supreme Lord. Kamo kamyaya, এখানে সপ্তমীর অর্থে তৃতীয়া বিভক্তি হইয়াছে। কি রূপে করিয়াছিলেন? তাহাতে বলিতেছেন, যথা উত্তম শ্লোক জনাশ্রয়া রতিহি। উত্তম শ্লোকের জন বলিতে শ্রীহরির ভক্তগণ প্রহ্লাদ আদি তাহাদের যেরূপ নিষ্কামা রতি, তাহা যে প্রকারে হয় বা হইয়াছিল, অথবা যাহাতে ভগবান শ্রীহরির ভক্তগণের প্রতি অনুরাগ উৎপন্ন হয়, সেইভাবে অভিলাষ করিয়াছিলেন। So what is that? What kind of desire he had? He had desired to become, to have the attachment like Prahlada had towards the lotus feet of Supreme Lord, like other devotees had to the lotus feet of Supreme Lord. He desired to have such an attachment. Like our Bhaktivinoda Thakur, he writes in one of his kirtanas that birth after birth, I want to become only your servant. He is writing, Vishaye je priti ebe, Achaye amar, sei mata priti hauk charane tumar. What is he desiring? He is telling that, Vishaye je priti ebe achaye amar, the attachment that I have to the material objects, sei mata priti hauk charane tumar. Let me have such kind of attachment to your lotus feet. Means I have natural attachment to the material objects, right? When there is utsav, when there is a festival somewhere, oh, very nice, I'll get nice items to eat. Not that I get a nice opportunity to hear about that particular Vaishnava. That is not our driving force to go there. The first thing is, oh, I get a nice opportunity to eat palatable things. So, Bhaktivinoda Thakur is telling that Vishaye je priti ebe ache amar, my dear Lord, whatever attachment I have to material things, may a similar kind of attachment come to me to your lotus feet. Let me have it to your lotus feet. So this is how the desire, kama, needs to be engaged. Ambarish Maharaj, he desired to get attachment like Prahlada and others had towards the lotus feet of the Lord. এই প্রকার মন প্রভৃতিও ভক্তজনের আশ্রয়েই নিযুক্ত করিয়াছিলেন, বুঝতে হইবে. In this manner, he engaged his mind also only for at the lotus feet of the devotees. Means, first it is written that he has offered his mind at the lotus feet of Supreme Lord, but we have to understand from all these activities that he has actually, dovetailed his mind at the lotus feet of the devotees only, because his desire is to get attachment like Prahlad has, which means that mind is hankering for association of a devotee like Prahlad. Therefore, he also engaged his mind actually in the service of the devotees only. This is what Srila Vishwanath Chakravarti Thakur writes in the commentary. Evam sada karma kalapam atman evam sada karma kalapam atmanah pare adhiyagye bhavatyadhokshaje सर्वात्म भावम विदधन महीमिमाम तन्निष्ठ विप्राभिहितः शशास ह. महाराज अम्बरीश सर्वत्र भगवद भावयुक्त निज कर्म समूह सर्वयज्ञेर भोक्ता परतत्व भगवान श्री कृष्ण समर्पण पूर्वक भगवन्निष्ठ विप्रगणेर उपदेश अनुसारे पृथ्वी पालन करितेन. How Ambarish Maharaj ruled his kingdom, he is telling that सर्वत्र भगवद भाव युक्त निज कर्म समूह, all his activities were completely devoted for the pleasure of Supreme Lord. He was ruling the kingdom by following the instructions of the Brahmanas who were also devotees, but while completely engaging in the activities that are devotionally favorable. Whatever activities he performed, they are all favorable to devotion, and thus he ruled his kingdom as per the orders he received from the Brahmana devotees. Okay, so we will read the purport of this tomorrow because today's time is up. Vancha kalpatarubhyascha kripa sindubhya evacha patitanam pavanebhyo vaishnavebhyo namo namah. Shri Shri Guru Gauranga Gandharvika Giridhari Shri Radha Madan Mohan Panchatattvatmak Shri Gaura Hari ki jai. परमाराधितम पतित पावन स्तोत्र सत श्री श्रीमद् भक्ति वल्लभ तीर्थ गोस्वामी श्री गुरु महाराज की जय. नित्य लीला प्रविष्टों विष्णुपाद प्रोंस स्तोत्र सत श्री श्रीमद् भक्ति दयित माधव गोस्वामी महाराज की जय. जगत गुरु श्री भक्ति सिद्धांत सरस्वती गोस्वामी ठाकुर प्रभुपाद की जय. श्री श्री रूपानुग गुरु वर्ग की जय. श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत गदाधर श्रीवासदि श्री गौर भक्त वृंद की जय. ग्रंथराज श्रीमद् भागवत महापुराण की जय. श्री कृष्ण द्वैपायन वेदव्यास महामुनि की जय. जय श्री श्री अम्बरीश महाराज की जय. जय श्रीमद् भागवत श्रवणकारी भक्त वृंद की जय. श्री हरिनाम प्रभु की जय. श्री हरिनाम संकीर्तन की जय. गौर प्रेमानंदे हरि हरि बोल.